Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Oh, without your brush, give it a clean. We're gonna paint a picture like the world's never seen. Come on and settle in for Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream. Oh, that says anal. Oh, for God. Why did no one tell me this? What the hell?
Hey, hello. It's time for some art. We're going to do some art today. You excited? Hello, I'm Tiny Peter. This is Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream.
Oh yeah, here we go. Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream time. Hi Peter, how are you? How was your weekend? So excited for some art today. Just wanted to say that I'm feeling much better today than I did last week. So happy to see you as always. Hope you're well. Big love to you, my dude.
It's time for art. Everyone's so quick, always quick off the mark with the bits when we go live. It's great to see. Thank you very much, everyone. So, hello to Dang It Tins Jones. If I'm splitting that up into individual words properly, who's a first-time chatter. Just said the word viewing, but because you said viewing, means I was able to see your first time chatter. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us, perhaps for the first time ever. Who's to say? Thank you to Stephen Skodes. With someone's doing a bit of light hoovering upstairs. Let's not worry about that. I say light hoovering, pretty heavy hoovering actually. Also, that light on the camera. Speaking of light, I meant to check this actually before I hit live. Is that brighter than normal? I'm just going to go over here and. No, that's exactly the same. It's on the same setting. It's just me being vampiric, I suppose. Thank you to Stephen for the 200 bits there. Good to see you, Stephen. Glad you're feeling a bit better this week. We will be doing a real, physical, actual landscape painting today to Stephen Skodes' order. It's made to order, painted to order, and will be signed and sent to him in the mail. If you would like a painting done for you by my fair hands, live on the internet, whatever you like, within reason. I don't want to draw, you know, a naked British politician, or you know, I don't want to.
Try again. Anal.
Oh, I see.
Anal.
Right, yeah, they're probably not going to read that if you spell it right, unfortunately. So within reason, I'll paint whatever you like, and it gets sent to you. It's part of the top tier on Patreon, so it's a bit of an ask, but for $250, you don't just get a painting by me. Although, let's be honest, $250, bargain, quite frankly, for a small A4 painting by a man who has absolutely no qualification or experience in art. But you get all kinds of things underneath that. You get like a personalized video message for yourself or a friend or whatever you want to spend that on, again, within reason. We're not going to start chanting strange slogans and things that are not that anyone's asked for that. I'm just saying, don't bother. And what else do you get? You get all kinds of things. You get early access to Worst Games Ever and Weirdest Games Ever.
To be fair, the Patreon reward I was looking forward to the most was the art. Smile.
And the art. You get to ask questions on our podcast. You get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast where we say naughty things that we're not allowed to say on YouTube. We talk about like willies and stuff on there. Oh dear. What else do you get? You get an exclusive t-shirt, you get little pins and stuff, a wristband. I feel like there's something pretty... Oh yeah, you can have your own episode of What It Means to Me made for you. You know that show that we do occasionally where we get guests on to talk about games that are significant to them? We'll edit it together in exactly that style and then send it back to you to do whatever you wish with. It'll also be uploaded to Patreon, so all the other patrons will be able to see it and watch it in much like in a YouTube style. So there's all kinds of things on there that you get at this top tier. But if anyone else watching would like a picture painted for them or for a friend, perhaps a very, very, very late Valentine's Day present by the time it rolls around, a birthday present, something like that, then I will do it for you, not for $250. For $250, but you also get other things with that. So that, in a sense, reduces the cost of this down to, I don't know, $100 or something. Depends what value you place on the other rewards. So there we go. There's a little plug that I feel I should get in there whenever I do one of these actual paintings for a viewer. Thank you to Lolly Llama, who attempted to put, a lovely bit of anal for Valentine's Day into their cheer there, but it was not permitted. Shortly followed up with anal, which went pretty well, so thank you for those other 100 bits as well. GUI Goliath with some gift subs that have gone to Dan Lockey, 25, and TTV Umbrella Corps. Thank you, GUI Goliath, for getting yourself up to 446 gifts to the community so far. Also, I've just scrolled down to check that I'm not muted or something, and the chat are desperately saying, Peter, he's not at the bottom of chat, he's not going to see this. And it looks like GUI Goliath has also gifted a sub to Scrambled Ashton. We know that one, taking GUI Goliath up to 447. Does that mean, is that because Ashton's in the chat? She is. She says, Peter, did you forget to put the nice lights on behind you, or is it an artistic choice? Maybe that's why it feels so bright in here. Obviously it was an artistic choice, but also, just for you, Ashton Matthews, what about, someone's turned them to turquoise. How lovely. Let's have, in fact, it's Valentine's Day, so let's have...
Happy Valentine's Day, TP. Hope you and your good lady, to paraphrase Tom Campbell, have something special planned for tonight.
Oh my God.
Time for some awesome art. Here's some Valentine's bits from the Forgotten Media Minds. TTJ Dick salute.
Did Tom Campbell say publicly, me and my good lady have something special planned tonight? Because that's, goodness me. I hope everyone and their lovely partners, if they have them, have something special planned tonight, but whatever that entails may vary from person to person. So to go back up to the chat a little bit, the Far Wall has subscribed now for 27 months, which is ridiculous, and the Far Wall chants the words art, 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 getting louder and louder. Thank you, Far Wall. Mr. Black, at 23 months subscribed, thank you. Feels like just 22 months ago I officially joined the Walrus clan. Here's to at least 23 more months. Wow, that's a promise that you just made there. Got to take that. It's legally binding. Fancy Pants Tornado has just subscribed for the first time. Welcome to the Walrus clan, Fancy Pants Tornado. Thank you for joining us today for some art and for subscribing. 100 bits from Lolly Llama, saying the word anal over and over again. Thank you for that. 100 bits from Steven Skodes, who says the Patreon reward I was looking forward to the most was the art. Well, here it is. It's done. I hope you like it. I'm going to send you a blank canvas. Fancy Pants Tornado with the first time chat as well. It says first time catching a live stream. Normally I have to catch up later. Stupid shift patterns. Well, I'm glad, Fancy Pants Tornado, that your shift patterns allowed you to be here today. It's great to have you. Hopefully you'll be arting along at home. Steven Skodes with 2 gift subs to the Final J and Shy Bees, taking Steven up to 268 gift subs now. That is going up and up. 100 bits from Forgotten Media, who says, Happy Valentine's Day. I hope, much like Tom Campbell and his good lady, that I have something special planned tonight. Dunno, I was going to buy a bottle of wine on the way home. Hopefully Amy's not listening, because that's, that might not sound like a big surprise and a big treat to some people, but Amy's always very grateful of a bottle of wine, so I think that'll go down pretty well. Not to say that that's my idea of a romantic gesture, but it's just an extra treat, Yeah. Hey, I'm home, and also
Genuinely excited to get the art and the other bits in the fan pack. I've selected a game for what it means to me, and then we'll hopefully have it recorded soon. So excited for this stream.
That reminds me, actually, that something else you get in the fan pack is a signed copy, physical, actual signed copy of a Worst Games Ever and a Weirdest Games Ever. So 2 signed copies that have been on our tat shelf, opened on camera, sent in by a fan. We sign them and we send them off. Games that we've already played, of course. We don't send off the ones that people have sent in for us to play and then get rid of them, because that would be, arguably a little bit unethical. But we play them first and then we send them on. So Floppy Dodger subscribed via Prime for 25 months. Thank you, Floppy Dodger. And Jules 21091 or 21091, I'm guessing, subscribed via Prime for 6 months. Thank you, Jules. You're halfway to a year. Floppy Dodger, you're halfway to 50 months. That's madness. Me and my good lady, says Ashton, intend on drinking wine and hashtag vibing. Well, that sounds good to me. Can I come? 100 bits from Steven Skodes, genuinely excited to get the art and other bits in the fan pack. I've selected a game for what it means to me, and then we'll hopefully have it recorded soon. So excited for this stream. Excellent. And then Joe T, 1118, or Joette, if you want to get something about this, subscribed via Prime. They subscribed for 33 months now. Wow, that's a third of the way to 100 months. Someone will get there one day. It might sound silly, but it will happen. Ladies and gents, let's do some art. We will check out last month's gallery at some point today, which is where we go back and look at everything that everyone painted and submitted to the hashtag last month when we did an art stream. Hype Train just completed at level 2.5, so that's great. Thank you everyone for hyping there. But there's a hashtag down there. You can submit your art that we're doing today to hashtag TJArt. We're going to be doing 2 different arts today. We're going to do a landscape of a picture that Steven Skodes sent in for me to try and copy. I should say, by the way, I don't mind one way or the other, but I've done 3 paintings for patrons so far, and all 3 of them I was given a reference image just to kind of copy. So I've got a landscape to do today for Stephen. I did Big the Cat for Jack Bradshaw, and then I also did what were the cats' names? I did have it actually written down. I don't want to now not have the cats' names because they were lovely. Rhea and Cleo, who we painted for Megan and James. So in every case, I've painted something that has been sent. Always happy to do that. That's very exciting. But equally, if you're not really sure, you could just say, hey, will you paint me a picture of, Tomby eating a crab, like we did last week, swallowing a rock crab. Sure, I'll have a go. No reference image, but I'll do my very best. It may be an even worse piece of art if I don't have something to copy from, but that's your lookout. It's not my problem. Good. So we'll look at the hashtag in a bit, but today we're going to be painting a picture, a landscape for Stephen, and then halfway through the stream, we will switch to hopefully halfway when I've finished Stephen's, whenever that is, switch to a portrait. And as the thumbnail for today's stream may have indicated, we're going to be drawing or painting an NFT chimp. What are they called? Bored apes. Because you can't go copy paste in canvas. I mean, this is the true non-fungible token, I think. So that's what we're going to be doing. You can art along at home using whatever medium you like. If you want to do something physical with paint and canvas or pencils and paper or crayons, felt tips, whatever you want to do, pencil, like colored pencils or graphite pencils, paper and so on, go for it. If you want to do something digital on Photoshop or MS Paint or Paint.net or Passepartout or whatever, go for that too. If you want to cut up a magazine and stick it all down and make a collage at home, do that. Do whatever you want. And likewise, if you want to do a similar kind of subject to me, you're welcome to do that. If you want to do something completely different, that's fine too. But it's always nice if we're all kind of painting the same thing. So maybe we can all do a landscape together now. It's time. So I'm going to quickly switch. You will lose me and chat for just a moment, but I'm not going to have this on the screen all the time. I'll just cut back to it occasionally. But just so you can see, this is Stephen's reference. Oh, I mean, I'm still here. I'm just down here. Stephen's reference image here. Where is this, Stephen? What does this mean to you? What this picture means to me, coming soon to TripleJump. Obviously, you don't have to say anything, but if there's anything you want to share about this place, this scene, while I'm mixing up some paints on my palette, then you go for it. So let's have ourselves a little bit of green. Getting someone an NFT for Valentine's Day. Oh, you shouldn't have. I didn't, says Forgotten Media. Very good. I did think actually whether it should be more of a Valentine's Day special, today's stream, because I've got the streaming slot on Valentine's Day and I'm doing nothing with it. So maybe I'll do a lovey-dovey kind of NFT chimp. Some sort of Valentine's Day themed monk hair. We'll see how that goes. So I've got a bit of green there for the grass. And please, Stephen, share with the class, says Mencius the Wise. Yeah, up to you, Stephen, whatever you want to tell us about this picture, where it was taken, and so on. But there we go. So you've had a little look at that for now. But by all means, either paint something similar if you want, or you could paint. Hello, Brain. You could paint a landscape of your own, somewhere that you like, a picture that you might have handy. Whatever you want. So I've got a bit of green, I've got a bit of sky blue, and I'll get a bit of grey, which I don't have. I've got silver, or is this grey? Silver, it says. I think it might genuinely be shiny silver, but if you think I'm going to be mixing up a little bit of Mr. Black and white, you've got another thing coming there. Maybe I will. I don't want a silver road. So a wee blob of black there, and then I'll grab a whole bunch of white, get it all mixed up, and then we should be good to go, at least for the time being. Excellent. I probably used too much there, but like I said, I've got no credentials. Right, there we go. I'm back. Hello. Stephen in the chat. This picture is from my university, Mount St. Mary College in New York. located by the Hudson River. This view was from my building where I lived for my last 2 years, and this was from the front of the building. I got to see this view for 4 years. It was one of my favourite bits of the school. Well, that's lovely. I'm going to quickly cut back to that so we can see it again. It's a nice day there. Look at those mountains. So that's the Hudson River in between the trees and the mountains. I guess that's the Hudson River there, so I need to include that for sure. Roll River. So, I get a big brush, and to begin with, in fact, I need to pull up the reference image on a screen somewhere so I can actually see it. I know you guys, I'm not going to have it visible to you guys all the way through because it's the sort of dimensions of it mean that it's not. Here we go. I've got this on my screen down here. Yeah, it would sort of cover me and my art up, or there's no way for me to show it on screen and not cover something up, so I'll just cut back to it occasionally. But that's fine. That's a BWIP from Brooks Essentialist, who subscribed via Prime for 10 months. Thank you, Brooks Essentialist. Thought for a minute there I'd not washed my my brushes properly when I finished with them last time because it was a bit stiff. So here we are again, everyone. Oh, it's good to be back. Painting with real paint. Oh yeah, and the acrylic paint that sort of smells a bit like chocolate. Kind of smells a little bit tasty. I saw on TV yesterday, someone said, oh yeah, and you know, the good thing about acrylic paint is it's non-toxic, so you can, you know, if you're trying to get your kids into painting, you can, you know, you can use it with kids. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean can I eat this? Is that what non-toxic means? I'm taking from that means I could eat this and I would be fine. So, oh man, actually that goes a fair bit further across. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this paint, but it actually smells really, really nice. I mean, I don't even like chocolate, but it smells kind of tasty. So, goodness knows what's in there. There we go. Now normally, not necessarily normally, but certainly sometimes when we've been doing art, particularly with real paint, I've had a little bit of calming video game music playing in the background, but it sort of, it didn't bite me in the ass last time, but I put on the Jeremy Soule's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone video game soundtrack because some of that is really nice. You know, just the Hogwarts music. Da, 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 da. It's very nice, but it also included like all the combat music and like the dungeon music and stuff, and it was a bit haunting. So not sure if that's the problem with video game soundtracks is oh yikes, that nearly dripped off. There's a lot there. Yeah, it can sting you a bit. So and I don't want something too upbeat either. There's loads of great soundtracks out there, but like sometimes the music's a bit much. Did I play Tomeby last month? Is that the soundtrack? No, maybe not. I don't think I did. Tomeby 1. You know, like I really like Diddy Kong Racing's soundtrack. I've been really feeling quite nostalgic for that game recently. I did a tweet not long ago, just while people were sort of talking about, you know, because Nintendo's taken a load of music down, Silver Gunner / Gilva Sunner, and other creators as well got a load of music taken down off their YouTube channels that they'd reposted, or more to the point, they'd done at least some degree of transformation on it. It wasn't just that they'd re-uploaded it like for like, and it all got taken down. There was a huge wave of copyright strikes from Nintendo and I did a little tweet saying, oh man, well, just before Nintendo take all of the flipping Nintendo music off the internet, let's just enjoy Diddy Kong Racing for a bit. And I played some music from that on Twitter. But as I said on the tweet, you might think, oh well, that's Rare, isn't it? Rare will own that, so it's Microsoft. I'm afraid not. Apparently there was a bit of a funny license agreement with Rare, which means that some parts of the original Nintendo games, including the music, is still owned by Nintendo. So they still own the Diddy Kong Racing soundtrack. Anyway, so that's the kind of thing that I would... And I'm not worried about Nintendo, I should say. I'm not scared about playing that music and getting in trouble. But my point is, since I made that tweet, I've been feeling quite nostalgic for Diddy Kong Racing. I talked about it in a list today, actually, that I recorded, which will be coming out in, well, a few weeks at this point, I think. But it made me... I've just been thinking about Diddy Kong Racing, and that's the kind of soundtrack where, like...
Guten Tag, Herr Peter. Hope you are well. Enjoyed the latest weirdest game ever vid last night. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Darkstar. Sorry, everyone. I was down here dipping my brush into water. You can't see it. It's out of frame. Anyway, the point I'm meandering my way towards is that it's a great soundtrack, but it's not necessarily art stream friendly, you know? So... it's not necessarily just a case of, well, let's find, what's your favourite soundtrack? Let's play that. It's got to be something chill. Here we go. I'm mixing up now loads of black and white to make a nice grey. It smells so nice. Probably not good for me. Acrylic paint being non-toxic, I don't know about that. I mean, acrylic sounds pretty... It's a chemically kind of word, isn't it, acrylic? So I'm not convinced. I mean, I'm not suggesting that non-toxic means I should be able to stick this in my mouth and eat it. But even so, I think it's like... It can't be good for you. Because good smells can mean bad things, as a wise philosopher once wrote. Petrol smells bloody delicious. Extinguished matches and candles smell fantastic, if you ask me. One of my favourite smells. I don't know why. Whenever I'm lighting it, we've got a few scented candles at my house, and whenever we light them up, I'll do that for you in just a moment, don't worry. Whenever we light them up, I'm like, and then I blow the match out because I've just lit the candle. I'm like, man, can we not just sit here blowing matches out maybe and just smell that? Flip and smell it. Yeah, that's a fantastic aroma. And they should make a scented candle of that. They probably have done, but I bet it's not as good as you would want it to be. Here we go. Just trying to get all that paint off my brush. I've got loads of it. So that was a Buick from Eden and Pops. Hey Peter, hope you're all well, my dude. Big love to you and the Walrus Clan. 17 months subscribed. Thank you, Eden, and thank you, Pops, for being subscribed all that time. What are you all painting at home? What medium are you on today? What subject are you doing? Are you doing a landscape? Are you copying what I'm doing? Are you drawing Stephen's campus? So there's a road that goes over here. Need more paint. Something like that. I need a bit more of that green. Fortunately, it's not a mixture of any two greens that I have to try and recreate. It's just straight out of the green tube. Top tip from Tiny Peter. Don't bother trying to be creative. and you know, using special mixtures of colours. Just squirt it out the tin, out the tube. Find the one that looks right, that looks closest. Doesn't even have to look right. I'm eating my dinner, which makes art in my belly, says the Final J. All of the Tropico games have nice chill soundtracks if you like Caribbean music. Ooh, very nice. Oh, that reminds me, I really like the Stronghold soundtrack, although I know for a fact, because I listen to it all the time, that's on Spotify, so maybe that makes it slightly more likely to be copyright struck if we play it here. I love Stronghold. I think I played a little bit of that, didn't I, when I streamed from home over lockdown. That seems like, in some ways, it seems like such a long time ago. Playing Stronghold from my parents' house. They don't even live in that house anymore. Okay, we've got a bit of a road going off. And then there is a bit of road here. Kind of comes down. I don't know if it's necessarily the road coming down or the grass going up, but whatever. And then there's kind of something here in the background. Bit more road. So the most I got from that is that someone's eating their dinner and someone likes the Tropico soundtrack. I'm sketching the snapdragons in my garden with pencil and paper. I'm not good at this, lol, says please stop. I'm painting my favourite landscape, says Lobrotovich. Well, it better be the desert ruins from the Unholy War, otherwise I'll be livid. Or Mystic Glen, perhaps. Mystic Glen's the one. Stephen graduated from there in 2018. Oh, there you go. Bit more context. I love the smell of anthrax in the morning, says Dark Star. Me too. If you think of acrylic as acrylic, or acrylic, a singular acrylic, it sounds like a Doctor Who villain. It does. That's true. We had 100 bits, actually, from Dark Star. It says, Guten Tag, Herr Peter. Hope you're well. Enjoyed the weirdest games ever last night. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Dark Star. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a good one, wasn't it? Weird game. Diazunus, who says, what are we making today? We're painting a picture. I'll cut back to it, just so we've all, in case anyone's painting along at home. This is what we're painting. I think so far, I've not butchered that. There's still time. There's still plenty of time for me to butcher this. But this is Stephen's university or college, and we're gradually painting this. I need to put some more green in there, but I've done sort of most of the roads, so we're good. There we go. Who is anyone else? Is anyone else painting, doing anything at home? I want to know what you're up to. Hashtag TJ Art. It's just down there. You can post it on Twitter at some point before the end of the stream, and we'll have a look at it. Even if you missed the end of the stream, we always look at everything that everyone submitted last month on the following month's stream. So we will see everything from last month that everyone did. I'm designing a castle courtyard for my uni masters project, says Cameron Allen Gaming. Lobrotovich looking nervous that he's not painting Mystic Glen. I will be livid. I think I might be the only person I know who actually watched Sitting Ducks when it was originally shown on TV, says Forgotten Media. I mean, it's some forgotten media for sure. Mencius the Wise is doing some creative writing. Well, there you go, that's artistic. And Deli Minis is painting a Lake District landscape with, paints. Well, that sounds lovely. I can't wait to see that. I love the lakes. It's where I got engaged to be married. I've now just got the flipping Mouse Village music in my, or the tiny village music in my head from Toneby. Right, I've put way too much grey paint on my palette. I know we've got some buildings to do, but they're kind of orangey. So maybe I'll use that later, but if not, waste not, want not, am I right? Yeah, I am. and I've just wasted it, and I'll be wanting grey at some point in a few months' time, and I've been a bad one. Never mind. Get this water off my my brush. So I will just quickly get some green, fill in some of the green patches. And then we'll do some sky, and then we can get onto doing some buildings. Very exciting. And then you guys can all do NFTs at home as well when we finish with this one. So there we go. A bit of green in there. No one need ever know that it ever looked like it just looked before. It was all done in one smooth motion. There we go. My brush was wetter doing this bit than it was originally, so it's sort of a bit watered down, but never mind. Let me just put a bit more there. Good, and then there's a bit up here. It kind of goes as far as the road. In fact, I'm going to take some creative license here. This isn't entirely to scale, but this might be hillier than you remember it, Stephen. There we go. Lovely. Good. Okay. That's about right. I'll take it. Yeah. Okay. That'll do. Happy with it for now. So now, maybe sky. Wash my brush. The school is located on a large hill. Okay, well that's good. I've just brought some of the hill towards the school slightly. Just drying off my brush on my apron here. That's what aprons are for, right? Isn't that how it works? So, beautiful blue New York sky coming right up. Oh yeah. That's satisfying. Smells just like chemicals and chocolate. It's great. That's how the acrylics get you on Doctor Who, I think. They lure you in with the sweet scent of cocoa beans. Grand. I mean, there's a lot of... Let me show you the reference image. This photo doesn't obey the law of thirds. There's a lot of sky on there, but based on where I've put the little bit of road in the middle of mine, I've got to think about where the mountains are going to go. I think the mountains are going to be coming up pretty soon, so I probably don't want to do much more sky than that for now. I mean, the mountains I'll be able to paint over the sky, so that's okay, but probably not. Probably can't go much lower than that because of the way I've done this. But that's okay. That's fine. Oh, yikes. Fantastic. So if you're at home and you're just watching, why don't you just open MS Paint, eh? Get it open. Give me a landscape. It'll be, honestly, no worse than what I'm doing here. Probably a lot better. Join in at home. Send it to me on Twitter, #TJArt, when it's ready. Or when it's in progress, when it comes to, because we'll look at them in a bit, at what everyone's up to so far. There we go. Now what I might do, I've got a little bit of blue left on my palette. I might grab some of the grey that I wasted, mix it with the blue, and that's how I'm going to do those hills. See, recycling. I mean, it's just kind of grey. It's not very blue at all. What if I put some green in it? Will that make it better or worse? Kind of worse. I'm going to put a blob of dark blue as well. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. I'll take it. It's got a kind of a turquoisey colour. It's not the same as in the pictures, but it looks like distant hazy mountains, I think. Okay, here we go. I'm sure this is exactly what Stephen had in mind when he requested this. I hope it's somewhere in the description of our promise that you'll have a picture painted for you on the internet, that it's by someone who doesn't know what he's doing. Because, you know, we'll get sued one of these days by someone expecting a real Bob Ross happy accident, I think. Good, that's pretty much the best I'm going to do with that. Okay, good. So now we got trees, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control.
Honestly, this is coming along much more beautifully than I expected. This is really lovely.
Bit of green, I'm just making it up. Bit of green, bit of brown maybe. Gonna do all these trees. They're not very green trees. Looks like it might be winter time or something. Bit of green, bit of brown. Just mix it in with all that turquoise that I've got left. Why not? Just shoved it all in there. Stick it together. I should really, probably, at this point, I mean, that brown has just completely swallowed the green and turned it into brown, but that's okay. I should maybe be using a finer brush at this point. Yeah, you know what, I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to get a better brush. for this bit. Okay. What's the plan here? What am I really doing is the question. Should I maybe coat the thing in grey first and then draw the details in the front? I think I'll do that. So we'll just grab this brush again, actually, the dirty one. Sort of don't really know what's going on here now at this point. Mix it up. Okay. So I'm going to fill in this space with just sort of a base colour, and then I'm going to put trees on it. I'm going to regret putting that there where I've just put it, because there's going to be a building there in a bit and it might be difficult to paint over, but we'll see. It's easy to paint over lighter colours, paint darker onto lighter, but not the other way around. So anyway. Been watching that Tinder Swindler this week. Man, it's kind of crazy. It's a lot like I watched The Puppet Master as well on Netflix not long ago, which is it's similar kind of story. It's a very different story in a way, but it's the same kind of. It's about con men. They're both about con men. Documentaries they are. They're about things that really happened and are essentially ongoing. I think in both cases. I've not finished Tinder Swindler yet, but man, wild ride. Good. So that isn't just going to look like that, but it means that when I'm drawing my trees, that I'm not drawing them against a white background where it's not supposed to be white. In fact, there's meant to be like the river there, isn't there? Okay, so now I've got to draw some like. I need to put a bit of Hudson River on here. Again, kind of didn't really think about that. Can you tell that I have no process? I'm just like, I'll just draw that bit now. I'll do the trees. Oh, if I'm going to do the trees, I need a background on the trees. Oh wait, the trees are against the river, aren't they? Oh well. Here we go. Can't miss the Hudson out. That's where that plane done landed. Let's see if I can just put light blue over the top of this. Kinda. Not really, but kinda. It's going. It's not going to be, you know, the majestic Hudson as you know it, but Don't really need to worry about it over here because it's going to be covered by a building if I can get a building on top of all this wet paint, but okay, we're sort of there. We managed it just faintly. If I put a little bit more light blue on there. I'm running out of sky blue, so next person who wants me to paint something for them, I can't do sky. There. The Hudson, ladies and gentlemen. Snaking its way, barely, through the background of this painting. That'll do. That's fine. That's acceptable. It looks better on camera, actually, than it does in real life. I assure you, that is not very visible. But there we go. Wash this brush off, get my smaller one, and start painting some trees up in this thing. We've got a first-time chat from Balrog. Hello, Balrog. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for chatting. Someone needs to ask for a bird in flight, suggests Sammy Louise. Yeah, we could do that. Sammy Louise raided with a party of 7. We didn't get an Ocean Man for that. Literally every time we get a raid, I'm like, we need to...
Ocean Man, take me by the hand. Lead me to the land. That you understand.
Ocean Man, voyage to the corner of the globe is a real trip. We really need to lower the threshold on Ocean Man. You have to raid with a party of, like, I don't know how many people, but a few. And it's dumb and boring, and it means that we don't get Ocean Man half the time. Sort of making these trees up, really. I can see where they are in the source picture, but I'm not. In fact, I've done this before, haven't I? I've used the other end of the brush. Sometimes that can be actually quite useful. In this case, not so much. But, you know, sometimes. It was good for doing dots in eyes, I remember, when I was doing cats. Both of the Sonic variety and the real life variety. It's not good. It's not. Might try and bring these to life a little bit in a minute with some more colours and stuff, but Cool. That's fine. We've got a building to draw as well, so get onto that. It's kind of actually a little bit yellow. It looks kind of grey, the building, but if I show you, I mean, oh, it's all shiny. I got the palette roughly correct. Whip, but I really need to sort those trees out. I mean, at the moment they're just the ideas of trees, and they just need some detail on them. That's all. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Cool. So let's mix far too much yellow paint in with the grey. And that was a whip right there from, I'll tell you in just a moment. You guys know, because you can see it. And I wasn't looking. That was Haywood, who subscribed for 23 months. Thank you, Haywood. Right with you, everyone. Just mixing up some yellowy grey for this building. Okay, here we go. So, goes along here, covers up the river to about there, comes down to this road. Fantastic. It's like it's in the room. And then kind of goes off. Well, I should make that darker, shouldn't I? Goes off into the background a little bit. Lovely. And then it's got a roof. A roof a bit like that. Sort of. There's just so much wet paint on this canvas that every time I paint now, stuff is just mixing with other stuff. But yeah, it's sort of like that. I see it. Cool, okay. And now maybe I just need to kind of do some finer details now, I think. Because let's face it, it's almost finished. So I'm going to put some leaves on this tree because it's an evergreen. I can see that from the picture. We also had a A first-time chat from Joitoja. Oh, sorry for butchering that. But hello, welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. Donak just gifted a sub to Resident B, taking Donak to 58 gift subs to the channel. Thank you very much. That's very generous. It's called Wet Blending TP, and it makes you a pro, says Deadeye Minis. I am inclined to agree with that. It does make me a pro. There we go. It's like a Christmas tree. I mean, that does now actually look a bit like a tree, whereas everything else I've done
Tiny
doesn't.
Peter Austin.
What was that? Pro Painter, Tiny Peter Austin. Well, I'm doing my very best. This is worth £250 of only probably Jeff Bezos's money, because by the time he's even looked at this picture, he's already made well over £250. So he wouldn't really mind that he'd taken the time to look at it.
Yeah.
Happy 420 BBBB blazed my dude's Lord 16 dab. This is a stretch, but you had one of those ape nifties on the thumbnail, so
Yeah.
I am gonna bring you some ape jokes.
Nifties.
What do you call an ape that wins at the Olympics? A chimpion. Ha ha ha.
Excellent.
What do you call a monkey flying in the sky? A hot air baboon. Hi-e.
Good.
What's the best time of year to see gorillas in the wild? April. Ho ho ho.
April.
What do you call an ape that always comes back? A boomerangatang. Ha ooh, ooh.
A boomerangatang?
Model. No, I really don't want that.
Moggy NFTs. Oh, yikes. We don't deserve it. As in, we've done some bad things in our time, but we still don't deserve that. I'm trying to like get pretty much all the paint off this brush and just dry brush over here. Can you do dry brushing onto a wet canvas? I don't know. You can do dry brushing onto like model minis and stuff. All I'm really doing at this point is just throwing colour at this mass of brown just to try and make it look a bit less like a mass of brown. And I think that makes me a pro as well. Isn't that what they do? You know, it's just sort of faux shading. I'm just picking random bits of like old colour from my palette, shoving it on here. Oh no. If only I could remember all of the lessons taught to me by Neil Buchanan and Mark Spate, but I can't. I remember how to make a card that when you open it, it's got like a mouth that goes like that. I remember how to do that. Maybe I'll just do that one day for a Tiny Peter Awesome Night of Art. I would be able to show everyone something that I am able to do. A skill and some knowledge that I have. I'll be like, hey everyone, have you always wanted... I should have done that. We could have made Valentine's cards. We could all be having a much better time right now if only I had thought to do that. But I didn't, and we're here now. And my palette looks like this. It means I've got like no room to just to palette stuff. That's the verb, isn't it? To palette. So it's gone well. This is quite often actually where my paintings fall down, is when I have to start doing the detail at the end. You know, I can do a relatively, you know, or at least a moderately acceptable I can block out a landscape, you know, I can do some hills, I can do some floor. What do you call the outside floor? Ground, earth, grass. I can do all of that in big block colours. But then when it's like, hey, paint a bench, I'm like, nah, no thanks, I'm all right. I won't be painting any benches today, but I appreciate you having that kind of faith in me. So I'm going to do some windows, some big ass windows on this building, and then I think we're kinda done in the sense that I'm not going to be able to add anything more to it. Not done in the sense that it will not look like the source image. It simply will not. Good. You guys can't even see what I'm painting, can you? You're watching a live stream of a man silently with his face right up against a canvas that you cannot see. I think that's partly why I'm so desperately trying to get you all to paint along at home, because then at least you've got something to look at. You only have to listen to me and then paint and then post your stuff at the end. I'm adding a door here so that it looks like a building. I don't know if there was really a door there, Stephen, but there is now. Clang, clang. That's just the sound of the canvas banging against the music stand, because this is not an easel. If you think for 1 minute that a man who can't even paint a window is going to invest in an easel, you've got another thing coming. Okay. Door on this building. And then we're able to pretty much call it there. Wow, stunning, vibrant. There's all sorts of buildings down here. There's supposed to be, and there aren't on mine. And I don't have really very many nice highlights. It's all quite grey. But I think Stephen will recognise it. There's a lamppost as well. What time is it? We're about halfway through the stream. Maybe I'll draw the lamppost. Well, no, thing is, it's going to like overlap the building is the problem. And if it does that, I'm just going to end up smudging a load of stuff together again. So I'll draw a bin, because there's a bin here, or as it would be called in this country, a trash can. There you go, trash can there. There's a bollard here as well. I don't know what Americans call bollards. And we're about there. It's quote unquote finished. Let's have a. In fact, I have Canvas Cam as well. I've not really been using that today, but Canvas Cam. There we go. Gives you a slightly better. I mean, look, it's just shiny. It's that light on the camera that's doing it. I can try and hold it up to the. Oh, it's stuck to the. It's just loads of paint at the bottom. Right, don't touch it with your grubby fingers, Peter. Hold it up. There. Look at that. Isn't that somewhere you love to go and study your subject of choice? Geez. The sky's all right. And the mountains, you see a bit of the Hudson. I mean, where am I looking? These trees on this side looked worse for the most of the painting time. So the fact that they look even like that now is a miracle. And this building really should be demolished, quite frankly. But there we go. Worth every penny, as Lord Brotovich says in the chat there. I agree. In the sense that each penny, it's worth 1 cent, 1 penny. Just 250. You have to look at it 250 times to get your money's worth, I think. With no trace of sarcasm, it's very good, says Forgotten Media. Brilliant, thank you. So, if you would like me to do a rubbish picture or a good picture, depending on what you think this is, for you, you can get that by heading to patreon.com/Team TripleJump and signing up to, admittedly, the top tier. But as I say, you get all kinds of things in addition to that. So it's not $250 just for a bad picture. It's $250 for, you know, some good stuff as well. But I'll be signing it when it's dried. I'll sign it with a Sharpie, and it will be posted to our friend Steven Scodes as a great big thank you for supporting us at that tier. I need to go and sort of clean my brushes and my palette and so on. So what I'm going to do is see, once upon a time I would have been able to run an episode of Wodders and Grombot, but sadly no longer the case. Thank you, Bill Gates.
Thank you, TP. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I'm glad you like it, Stephen. Thank you for the bits and thank you for your Patreon support. So we've got the gallery to do as well at some point. I guess what I'll have to do is I'll just have to cut back to the live soon card for about 5 minutes just while I go and clean up. And then we'll get drawing some NFT chimps. That'll be fun. Well, first thing we'll do when we come back is I'll have a look at the gallery. Everything people did last month and anything you might want to post that's in progress now. But I'll check again at the very end of the stream. So if you want to just wait until you're done, you may as well do that. But if you want to show what you're doing in progress at the moment, then do that. So get tweeting anything that needs tweeting. Hashtag TJRArt, there it is. I will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes when I've just washed a load of paint. Wodders and Grombot cancelled too soon. I agree. I totally agree. It's all thanks to Microsoft. So yeah, I will be back momentarily when I've rescued these brushes from seizing up. Yeah, we'll catch up in a moment and get doing some non-fungible tokens and stuff. The other word, gallery. Brilliant. Okay, see you in just a moment. And if anyone turns up in the chat and says, "Where's TP?" Tell them. Cool. Brilliant. Good. Right. See you in a bit.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
What can you see beyond the darkness?
It sound right, boy.
Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness? Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
Hello, have I plugged my microphone back in? I think I have, yes. I'm back. Good, hello. Would have been a good idea to set sniper music to loop, wouldn't it really, before I left it, but whatever. Not used to having to do a little fill card like that. It's very rare you have to leave the stream for 5 minutes in the middle or more, probably nearly 10. And as I say, it'd be nice to have Wooders and Grombot to step in, but alas. Anyway, no problem. We're going to do a bit of gallery now before we... oh my god, people have already started on the NFT chimps. Crikey. We're going to head to TJ Art, look at the gallery, see what people have been painting. Between last art stream and this one, we have had another hashtag TJ Art from Thomas Jolliffe Primary School. With children doing pictures of art, so I'll try and just scroll past that one nice and quickly. But I mean, they've put it on the internet for everyone to see, so it's not my fault. So I've decided, as much as I've got the gallery screen scene where it's a little picture-in-picture thing and stuff. But I realised that like when I do the gallery like that, it's normally I have to download the images to do that and save them all. And sometimes you miss a bit of context because people put stuff in their tweets. So I decided to just do it with a browser page now. It doesn't look as nice, but we don't miss any context. So if I head on over to this, yes, you know, it's a bit of ugly Chrome, but that's fine. So we did self-portraits, or portraits at least, last stream. Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. And here we go, we had Donna Chapman, my self-portrait, and self-portrait if I was a Simpsons character, just because. And the ring on the finger, it was also as a New Year's thing, so people had to sort of draw themselves how they want to be by the end of the year. It was almost sort of a New Year's resolution self-portrait thing. GUI Goliath wants to be a Viking by the end of the year, so there it is. There is GUI Goliath, a great big ginger beard. That's brilliant, love it. X Pink Glasses wants to be a rich llama, a rich lolly llama, I suppose. So there you go, lots of money and a tiara, and all the cash and bling. Love it. Nicholas Lobrotovich wants lots of hats, lots of tax money. Local streamer turns himself into Picasso painting. There he is. Becomes the 69th most subscribed channel on Twitch. He also spent all his money on the world's largest hat collection and committed tax fraud. I hate the tax man. Yeah, I had to do a tax return this year. But this year just gone. It wasn't fun. Plushy Labs. Here we go. Business going well. There it is. The business spanner. I quite fancy pink hair. There it is. A house would be nice, thanks. Doggo. Mad stacks of cash, preferably in Great British pounds, not this horrible green stuff. More social media followers. Claps, claps, claps. And legs. Is that legs? Is that legs? Plushy Labs, that's great. I love that. Here's my what I'd like to have/achieve collage made expertly in MS Paint. It's brilliant. I love it very much. Steve Muscodes did a self-portrait. My goals for the year are quitting retail for good, moving into my first apartment, or flat if you want to get British about this, and being overall happy with my life. I drew myself as that Peter Austin, so I guess Stephen sees me as someone who is happy with his life. Oh look, there's the keys. Is that the keys for the flat? And he's hung up the retail tag. I don't think I noticed that last time, but that's very clever. Doom Gobbo did a portrait of Rules Pug. Whether this has any reflection on what Doom Gobbo wants out of 2022 is anyone's guess, but I'm a big fan of that, whatever the case. We got a picture of Sprout Stuff's hand. In fact, we later see both of Sprout Stuff's hands, so that was a work in progress, really. We see another one. We wanted to practice hands, so I took this as an assignment, an opportunity to draw my own hand. So not only is that a self-portrait of one's hand, but it also, you clearly, if you're wanting to practice hands, you want to get better at hands this year. So, you did the New Year thing. We see more of this as well. This is from Joe Blank. Thought we were just drawing Peter. It's very good. We'll see that in a second. Oh, KFC. Here it is. Look, it's the video of it being drawn. It's very clever. You see it gradually. This is how a professional works. There we go. Look at the fingers taking shape. Copied and pasted. Cha-ching! Because I actually drew that last time. I drew myself with a big ching and I looked like Donald Trump. It was weird. John Gressley, Mr. Black, says, what you want to be by the end of the year? I have ambitions. High ambitions. There is Mr. Black. Now, I was going to do a Dark Knight thing, but he's not the Black Knight, he's the Dark Knight. Mr. Dark Knight, I suppose. It's very good. Here are both of Sprout Stuff's hands. There you go. And look at all this stuff. Look at all this Sprout stuff in the background. It looks great. Well done. Wish I could do that. Then after the stream, because that was on the 19th or 18th or something of January, we then had Charlie Von Karma did this. I thought this was great. It was a few days ago, really, or a week or so. The theme was what we want to be at the end of 2022. I hid hearts in my portrait to represent learning how to be compassionate to myself and push forward past my fears to make a life that makes me feel fulfilled. What a lovely thing. So there's Charlie Von Karma's self-portrait and some little hearts hidden around. Can you find them all? Oh, there's some in the eyes. There's one there. I don't think I saw all these last time, actually. There's, look, on the hair loops in the eyes. Yeah, that's great. I love that. And it's hearts, so it matches today's stream as well. It's Valentine's. Well done, Charlie Von Karma. I love that. Then we had the children. Then we had Cadbury's Cream Egg. And this is today. So, 50 minutes ago, Cameron Keywood posted this. This is great. Look at this, Spyro and Sparks. I love that. That's fantastic. Oh, what is this? An eBay Spyro Reignited Trilogy Steelbook. Oh, I'd be tempted to buy that. They were available in it's .co.uk as well. Oh man, I might have to check that out after the stream, possibly buy it. They were only available, I think. If that's an official one, I think you could only get them in Australia at the time, which is annoying. But, oh wow, look. Oh, I mean, to be honest, never mind Mystic Glen. Sorry, Mr. Austin, sir, there is no way I could pull off the beautiful landscapes of the Unholy War, so here is my second favourite landscape, I guess. That is wonderful. I should buy this place. It's a real place, isn't it? People, you see it occasionally on the internet where people have like recreated the XP hillside. That's beautiful. What better landscape? Look, you've even put some shadows in. That's good. I like that a lot. Well done, Lobrotovich. Here we've got Donna Chapman's landscape of my favourite spot at a local country park. Looks a lot lighter in the photo. Ah, a big tree. I wonder what kind of tree it is. It's a big time tree. It looks like you're looking at it through the park railings with the lined paper. I love it. That's very nice. Well done. Man, all these people put me to shame on my landscapes. Look at this, by G.I. Goliath. Had to go drawing Grimsby Dock Tower from my hometown for today's TJR. I love that Peter Austin's art streams give me the inspiration to create some art. So that's the before, or the real thing, and that's the after. Look at that. Nice sky. Lovely. Silhouette. That's the kind of thing where, and this isn't a reflection on the level of quality in terms of me saying it's juvenile, but age bracket and target audience aside, this is the kind of thing that you would see on Smart or something on CBBC. Because they wouldn't just do like landscapes of any old thing, like the thing that I've done, but they would like do something that, so that they could then like do a commentary on it. You know, they would like only choose the ones that the kids had sent in if they could say, and I love the way you've done a silhouette against the lovely sunset sky, brilliant. You know, they would always look for some kind of feature where they can do a little bit of art theory. So that would definitely be on the gallery, I think, in Smart, for sure. Simon Marston, age 7, apparently not 37. Harrison Stickle in Langdale, the Lake District. Oh, look at that. Lovely landscape there. Got all the rocks. I don't know what kind of rock it is in Lake District. Is it limestone? Probably not. It reminds me a bit of like the Dales and stuff, but that's very nice. I really like that. Got some trees and stuff. That's fantastic. I'm a big fan of that. That's the kind of thing I could see that framed on someone's wall without a shadow of a doubt. And that's been painted as well, look, by the looks of it. Doing a much better job than I have. Is it watercolor, I think? That's great. Maybe not watercolor, but yeah, that's lovely. Look at this. This is Pepper, Charlie Von Karma. I don't know how to no fungus don't be my art. So instead, I sketched the Final J's lovely cat Pepper for the TJ Art live stream because they are 12 today. Happy birthday, Pepper. Ah, look at this. Beautiful. I love it. Pepper, happy birthday, Pepper. Excellent. Look at the eyes. That's the best art we've had all day. Screw landscapes. We're all pretty good at landscapes, but like, you know, you could do much better by just drawing like cute pictures of cats. Stephen says, I figure since photography is a form of art, here's some other photos from when I was in school. Oh, so look, we've got different angles. That's the same. Oh, look at that. It's the same. Hang on. There it is in like the winter. And here it is with leaves on the trees. Beautiful. That's very nice. And then here we go. Look. Oh, look, in every season, and there's the hallway, which is like something from The Shining. Just because it has a slightly interesting carpet, I suppose, is what I get from that. But there we go. That's sort of summery, maybe. Leaves are in full bloom. I mean, there's no leaves there, but it's a nice day. So that could be like spring or late winter or early autumn, or sorry, late autumn maybe. And this is big time winter in America. Look, it's been plowed, not a flake on the road there, not a single flake of snow. If it was like this in the UK, the entire nation would shut down for a fortnight or worse. Thank you, Stephen, for those photos. Oh, here we go. People are funging big time. I actually saw this when I opened up the tab, but it didn't really register with me. But we've got a Grom chimp here. I didn't like my chances of getting 2 arts done on this stream, so I went for the secondary one. Allow me to introduce my 100% original art piece of Monkers and Apebot. So yeah, the tash as well, and the suit. Here they are. Oh, I love that. And there is like a headband. That's fantastic. See that? If I'd had that idea, I would have loved to paint that, but I wouldn't be able to do it justice. That's brilliant. I love it so much. Well done, John, Mr. Black. Wow, Monkers and Apebot. Big fan. Addy did. I fungiballed a bored ape. Here we go. He's been funged. It's a non-fungusable chimp. Me, 3 giraffes, X-pink glasses, TripleJump. Oh, it's all of us. Ben, maybe me or Mikey. I don't know which one would be which. We look the same at this resolution. Ashton there, and Billy on the Post Some Tap bus, driving past some trees, making our way downtown. And here is, don't save this PNG, I'll tell the internet police. Brilliant, thank you very much. Love it. I was going to paint my NFT chimp, but I'm now wondering whether that will take me forever. Maybe it won't. And I also don't know what I'd do with it. I can flip and sell it. I suppose I'll paint it. I promised I'd paint it. I'm not going to like change the plan now. But here we go. It might be a bit of a rush job, but I'm going to open up a picture of a Bored Ape NFT. For those who can't detect the kind of irony and sarcasm in me doing all this, it's not. I'm not seriously suggesting that that NFTs are a good thing and that everyone should be trying to create their own, because no, they're terrible. And why not just paint a picture? You can't funge this picture, whatever that means. Non-fungible tonebees. So it's kind of lame. I heard someone make the argument that like the one thing it can be good for is allowing digital artists to like actually make money and not worry about their stuff just being copied and pasted and so on. And I can see the argument, but I think on balance, it's still a real big-time bad thing for the environment and so on. Bored Ape. Get myself a source image. So, good. I've got one. Let me open it in a new tab, nice and big. Cool. Here we go. Clean my palette, sort of. Clang. And now we are going to paint an ape. This colour is called Burnt Sienna. And we're going to bloody enjoy it. So, they're quite skinny, these ape boys, aren't they? Might just turn it towards me just while I do this outline. Colour it all in. And when it dries, I might do a bit of a chimp chest, you know, really get some highly anatomically detailed nipples on there and so on. You know, really arguably quite graphic and, you know, potentially going to get the VODs channel banned from Twitch, that kind of level. If we're up for that. Everyone fancy that? So get drawing your Bored Ape NFTs at home, because once you've done that, nobody can funge that away from you, you know? If it's on physical, well, even if you want to do them digitally, just you know, I mean, people can just copy and paste that if you post it on #TJArt, but if you get it done on paper or something, like me, it's yours forever. Now, it might look like, Peter, why have you only done one arm and then quite a chunky body, but it's because I need to draw a kind of a crease up there when it's dried, when it's a bit darker. It'll make more sense when I do it. But I've got a plan that is actually intentional. So they've got fairly long necks, these NFTs. I'm actually quite pleased with that as the outline of a chimp's head. Never drawn the outline of a chimp's head before, but it will do. I'll take it. Just realised how much these NFT chimps look like Darwin off of the Wild Thornberrys. There we go. This is going surprisingly well so far. Now before I go up to his head, I need to decide, am I doing, or the top of his head I should say, am I doing any kind of, am I doing a hat? Am I, you know, what, how am I NFing this tea? Because if I'm doing a hat, I don't want to draw too heavily over the top of his... I don't want to put a load of brown on his head if I'm going to be doing... I might put him in like a TripleJump beanie or something. So I might stop there and I'll do a beanie in a minute. But as for all this brown, I think I'm done with this shade. So just make sure it's kind of uniform on here. I know from where you're looking, probably what I'm doing doesn't make any difference on camera, but I've got some like bits where there's like really thick paint and bits where it's not so thick, so. Good. That will do. I like it. I'm pleased. I am surprisingly happy with that. Good. So now I want a kind of a chimp face colour, which is probably a bit of this so-called flesh tint, which is very white normative. And then if I mix a bit of brown into that, it should give me some kind of chimp tone. I mean, in a way, it doesn't matter because, like, these stupid monkey pictures are all different colours, aren't they? People are like, oh, well, mine is blue. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations on your blue scam. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race, everyone. Could give him walrus tusks, couldn't I? I could turn him into a bit of a Billy Ray NFT. Maybe I will. Good. Still looks like a chimp for the time being. Till I get to doing the details. Because that's where it all goes wrong for Tiny Peter, Esquire. We'll put a bit of this in his ear as well. His ear hole. Don't want to do any wet blending. I know I'm told it would make me a pro, but good. Excellent. I'll need to do a bit around his eyes, but I'm nervous using this big ass brush in that area because ideally I want to just leave the white underneath. I don't want to like have to paint over it in white to do his eyes. So I will try my very best to use a finer brush to paint around his eye area. Let's give it a go. Okay. And now I need to give him those real low-hung eyebrows, don't I? Which I guess I'll have to do by mixing. They need to be a different colour to his surrounding skin. Needs to be a bit darker, otherwise you won't be able to tell the difference. You won't see that they're there at all. Put some brown in there. Okay, here we go. What shape are they? I've not effed it up yet. Not yet. Not quite. I'm now going to risk the old back of the brush dot technique to get some pupils in there. We've used this before and it's gone wrong in the past. Oh my god, it's working. That ape looks bored. Don't know about you. I think, hang on, canvas cam. I think that's the kind of bored looking ape there, I would argue. What do you reckon? I will take it for the time being. I continue to risk with every brush stroke effing it up, but for now, he looks bored, I would say. So I've got a nose to do. Which goes down like this. I'm glad I've got my reference image. Okay, he looks bored. I've not completely effed up his face. I'm happy-ish. Just two really just arbitrary lines there in his ears. I don't know, like the anatomy of chimps' ears. Just needs some kind of contouring. And that, mercifully, is a good base for me to now, at will, do sort of what I want. I need to draw the little line where his chest kind of goes out in front of his arm. Yeah, okay. I think that looks about right. Now I might just do a bit more. I might put some of this flesh on his stomach. Need to mix some more of it up, I think. He already looks 10 times better than actual Bored Ape NFTs. That Jimmy Fallon Paris Hilton NFT vid is the worst thing I've ever seen. It is, isn't it? Isn't it terrible? I know at the time, like immediately afterwards, there was like talk of like, oh, is this like, could he get in trouble for this? Because it like goes against his contract and like, you know, he's kind of promoting something that he's got self-interest in. And there will be stuff in his contract as a presenter for whatever channel it is that his show is on that basically says you can't do that. But you know, nothing seems to have come of it. So I guess nothing happened. But for those who don't know, Paris Hilton went on the Jimmy Fallon show. I've never really been a huge fan of Jimmy Fallon. I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad person, but I think I've always just found him a bit irritating, to be honest. His show has done some good stuff, but you know, he has a team of writers as well, so it's not. I can't even say, well, at least he's done some funny content, and like, you know, they did some. It was Jimmy Fallon who did that thing where, do you remember? This might be a bit of a. I might awaken some memories in some people here. Do you remember ages ago there was a viral video that went around of a girl who was like twerking on her door. She had like her feet up. She had her hands on the floor and her feet up against her bedroom door, and then her friend walked in, and the girl, and as the door like opened, she pushed her friend by accident onto a table, and then the girl landed on a candle, and like her pants were on fire, and she like screamed and was like on fire, and it was this viral video that went around for ages. Anyway, it was set up by like Jimmy Fallon, and they didn't know it would go viral. They just uploaded it like really innocuously to a burner. That looks good. I like that. To a burner. I don't know why I always do. I should always just stay on canvas cam, couldn't I? Just some old, some like quote unquote fake YouTube account just that they'd made and hoped that it would gain traction. Oh wow, thanks for that. We're having Microsoft alerts now. How do I shut those up? It's not even in the system tray. We've had this before. I might just have to hope that it is fine. But for now, I don't know. Anyway, Jimmy Kimmel set it all up. And then they ran like a longer version of the clip. And after the girl sets on fire, Jimmy Kimmel runs in and extinguishes the flames. And she goes, "Thanks, Jimmy Kimmel." And it was like a big reveal they did after like about a fortnight of all the like online news outlets reporting viral video of girl with pants on fire goes viral or whatever. Then it turned out that Jimmy Kimmel had done it. And, you know, I think that was funny. As things like that, I like that. But, you know, that probably wasn't even his idea necessarily. It was probably someone else's. Even if it was his, doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to find him irritating. Anyway, for those who don't know, Jimmy Kimmel had Paris Hilton on his show. And Paris Hilton was like, yeah, NFTs. And he was like, yeah, I got an NFT, like on your recommendation. You told me all about NFTs, and now I've got an NFT ape. And they got out a picture of his Bored Ape. And then she got a picture of hers out. And everyone cheered. That was the weirdest thing. It was like, wow, look how cool that is. And everyone like applauded in the audience that he'd paid like $150,000 or something for his stupid non-fungible monkey. So yeah, that was kind of stupid and annoying. And yeah, potentially a sort of a conflict of interest. Self-promotion. Not self-promotion, but, you know, promoting, like his NFT ape in particular will have massively gone up in value just because he brought it on on Jimmy Kimmel and was like, hey, look at this. So, yeah. Just gonna touch up the shading on that arm a little bit, because I know what it's meant to be and I can sort of see it as it's supposed to look, but I don't really know if it actually looks the way it's supposed to look to other people, if that makes any sense. So okay, that's better. I've used science there and the power of shading to sort of, again, it probably won't make a great deal of difference just to you at home watching on, you know, a stream, but looks okay to me. So now I just need to maybe give him a TJ beanie. And that might be enough. You know, less is more sometimes. Oh, and also perhaps, shall I give him nipples? That could be where it goes wrong, so I'm not going to. I'm not going to give him cartoon nipples. Yeah, it still on camera looks like he's just got a really chunky, like, why is his body so asymmetrical and why does that look so dark? But in person, there is like a little line going down where you can see where the end of his torso is. So I don't think that, I think that's fine. Oh no. Uncle Baz is going to print screen and save a picture of my NFT monkey. Don't do it. I'll call the NFT police on you. They will get you. Oh, the silver paint coming out, and it really is actually shiny silver. So, I mean, I really wanted just to do a grey beanie, but hey, if the beanie shines, that's fine by me. It's a TripleJump beanie after all. So, let's get some on there. Oh wow, that's very tall, isn't it? It's going to be more of a TripleJump helmet, I think. Never mind. Banumps, shut up. Someone's just unlocked Treasure Hunter on their something or other. We're logged in as someone on Microsoft. I think it's James Jenkins. Are you guys hearing that when that comes through? You should be, because it's desktop audio, so I think it'll be audible to you guys. Man, you don't get a lot of coverage with this metallic paint. just see right through it to where the top of his head is. Maybe if I add a bit of trim to the bottom, you won't see it. Just gonna get all these brush strokes going in the right direction, and then I'll turn it back and show it to you. I know at the moment you're just seeing a side-on picture, but okay, liking it. Let me lower this music stand a bit. It's very shiny, but there you go. That's some more of a side-on view. I do just want to do a line across there, some kind of, not really sure what. I think we're going to put the TripleJump logo on there, or maybe just TJ. And so perhaps I can just put, I don't know, some silver and orange paint together, just to do a little bit of trim on the bottom of the hat. Is that possible? Just mixing up some paint down here. You can't see, but I'm doing it. Oh, I'm doing it. I don't think the silver really mixes with anything. I think it just pushes other colours away. Okay, we're getting into dangerous territory now, where I'm kind of painting over the top of stuff that I shouldn't be painting over, and what I'm going to do is get some of the brown that I know this is the exact colour of his head, fortunately, because I didn't mix up any colours to do his head, and I'm just going to like try and go over the top of everything in just some solid brown. Just cover up my mistakes. Sweep them under the rug. Just like that. That's working. I've saved it. They had us in the first half, not gonna lie. But fortunately, thanks to the power of, hey, just sweep that under the rug of brown paint. I've been able to hide everything that I just did. Great, that looks completely intentional now. All of it. Just need a tiny bit more of this weird orange silver just to go there. And there. And that's fine. That looks as it's supposed to. Or it at least looks like it's supposed to look the way it looks. Excellent. So, just going to tidy that up. With the wrong end of my brush. Okay, any further and he's going to have jaw issues, but that's okay. And now the only thing is, I'm just a bit apprehensive about painting onto that silver whilst it's still fairly wet. You know, all I'm thinking is if I do that, we might end up with just a horrible smeary mess. So my gut instinct is to actually just let it dry and maybe do it later and just show you guys when it's done. I might even use Sharpie or something to just paint or like draw a logo in. I think it's like I'm satisfied with it to the point that I don't really want to take a risk and like end up with something that, like, you know, started out in the way that I wanted it to and then just gradually or suddenly, more to the point, got effed up. So, yeah. Sorry, I keep turning it away from you because I'm just so into it. But I'm very pleased with what I've done there. And yes, it needs Team TripleJump writing on his hat. But yeah, I think I'm just going to let it dry and just Sharpie it onto him. At which point I'll you know, post it on social media. I know that Andrew, who I should say is a man who actually has talent. Andrew from Cultaholic sold 10 pictures on the Cultaholic store, and I wonder whether maybe we could put this up for sale if anyone wants it. I don't mean like it's worth a load of money and therefore we should charge people over the odds. I mean, it's ironic, really, me like saying NFTs are a bad thing, and then saying, hey, I should sell this and make money off it. But number one, NFTs are bad for the environment. That's the point. You know, the whole idea is having something physical and real is much better. And also, I just mean, you know, put it up for like whatever people might think it is, you know, they want to pay for it. You know, I'm not saying we'll do it, but we could do. Only because really, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's just going to like go in a cupboard or something. I won't be hanging this anywhere. So yeah, I don't know. Got him even like shading under his neck now. I best leave it now. I think less is more sometimes with these things, but yeah. Yeah, pleased with him. There's one thing I need to do, which is just extend his chin down a bit, and then I am going to leave him, because otherwise I will eventually just do something that I don't want to do. Sweet. That is a bored ape by me. Use it to cover up Ashton's offensive midriff. Indeed. I see midriff. I click on the video. Cool. Put my paints back in the right order. Here we go. That one goes there, and that one goes there. Wonderful. So, let me go back full screen. Here we are. I was gutted I missed out. Andrew's art was so pretty, says Charlie Von Karma. It was very pretty. Well, the alarm says I wanted to buy one, but they sold out. I bought one of his art pieces, says Stephen Skodes. Excellent. Hear me out. Use a Sharpie to draw some little crack lines on the hat and the Cream Egg logo. It will look just like a hat, honestly. And the Cream Egg logo. Excellent. Yeah, it's a nice silver. We could keep it for Easter. Pop it on the wall. Hang it up in the toilet. Yeah, could do. This is physical, not digital, says Forgotten Media. That's a good point. You can sell physical stuff and it doesn't feel as bad. If you sell it for a lot of money, you should set a forest on fire to really complete the NFT experience. You're right. Mathematically, someone in the Walrus clan owned an NFT. Maybe not a regular, but at least one viewer out there. Yeah, probably. I think so. A few people in the chat got one of Andrew's art pieces. That's great. I mean, this is not based on any insider information. I have no idea. I literally have no clue. I've not spoken to anyone about it. Not even Andrew, actually. Next time I see him, I've been meaning to say, nice art. Good on you for selling art. But purely based on an assumption and the fact that they sold out and, they were popular, they might end up doing more. In fact, maybe they've said that on Cultaholic. I don't know. If anyone in the chat knows if they're going to be doing any more, if that's been said publicly by an official Cultaholic source, then let us know, because clearly people are interested. But yeah, maybe you'll be able to buy more Andrew art at some point. But in the meantime, I might speak to Adam and see if we can get this on the store. So you can own your very own TripleJump NFT chimp. Yeah, I keep sort of lovingly looking at it. I really like how that's come out, to be honest. I really do. Charlie Von Karma says, I genuinely think you did a wonderful job with this. It looks way better than your source material. Yeah, I agree. It's just a regular old brown chimp who will be wearing probably a Team TripleJump hat. I might just put like TTJ or something. I wouldn't want to risk trying to replicate the logo and flipping that up either. But yeah, don't know. I'll put something on his hat when it's dried, and we'll perhaps shove it on the store and just see what happens. Good. Well, let's quickly check the gallery and then we can wrap up the stream. So, last chance for today's showings. Post hashtag TJArt if you want to show us anything you've been doing today. You might have done an NFT. Monkey, you might have finished your landscape. You might have done something else entirely. I'm seeing lots of interesting... Oh, wow, we've got all sorts on here. Okay, sort by latest. Right, let me head on over to the PC screen. So this is where we were last. X pink glasses with these two, an NFT there. And I mean, any of these could be NFTs if you, what is it? You mint them. Oh, great. 15 counselor. Save Ulips. I've clicked on it. Yeah, it's James Jenkins. How do I log out? Fortunately, you guys can't see any of this on the overlay. Settings. Find friends. Can I turn off the notifications? Or that might just turn them off on his end. Settings. General. I don't know. James Jenkins is at home playing Xbox and he's having a great time. Whatever. We're nearly at the end of the stream. I'm not going to bother messing around trying to do it. Good. So, look at this. Joe Blank, Lime Peel 96 says, I made my own, get out of the way, NFTs. The potatoes. Millions of pounds, please. Disclaimer, even thought these were fun to make. Even though these were fun to make, I hate them, and NFTs. So look, this is how it works though, is that someone just made a basic thing, and then all they do is slightly innovate on each one. Oh, I love how every single one of them is drooling though. Hashtag swag. Pirate, Mom, and the space potato. These are great. I'd buy one of these, but only if it was completely fungible. Fantastic. Well done, Joe. Love those. Bionic. This is a promoted tweet, but hey, did you know that Bionic_business is matching us with our favorite hashtag small business this Valentine's Day? Head on over to our Instagram to find out more. Instagram.com/Bionic business. Thank you for that. It's not an ad, a deal with TripleJump. I just thought I'd give him a hand. Donna Chapman with an excellent bored ape. We've all got these sunken eyelids, and that's what does it. That's what makes them bored. This is wonderful. I prefer the kind of flesh tone you've gone with as well. It's a bit more yellow, a bit brighter. All of my paints, maybe it's just the paint set that I've got, or the canvas or something, but all of my pictures end up looking a little bit gloomy when I'm done with them, but that's okay. Well done, Donna. Big fan of that. That's much brighter and nicer than mine. It may not be the worst chimp ever, but it's worse than most. How many worst games ever references can you name? There are 50. Oh my God, I don't have that long, Diazunas. We have got, for some reason, Leonardo da Vinci, is that? On a rocket? Don't know why. Barbie, and there's like a bone or something behind it. That's like a mermaid. I don't know what any of these are so far. There's Astro Boy. Scooby-Doo we played. I remember that one. There's the NFT chimp in the middle with is that a lasagna hat? Garfield. Santa Claus Saves the Earth. We played Angel of Darkness. Got some Halloween bats because we played like vampire games and stuff. The Green Buggy there's an army man in it. We did toys. Oh, it was weirdest games ever. Robot Wars, Razor. Mini from London Racer. Batman Forever. There, you can see my cursor, can't you? Yes, you can. MTV something. Celebrity Deathmatch. The Sniper. The horse riding game. The Gingerbread Ninja Bread Man. Lassie. Some kind of soldier game. We've done a lot of those. Frogger. Eating chocolate. That might be just part of the clip art. Pimp My Ride. I know that one. Have we played Aragon? Oh no, I always forget the name of it, but that PS3 flying dragon game. There's another Batman. We've not played Batman Begins, have we? Or have we played 2 Batman games? Maybe we have, I don't know. Ants, we did the Ant Bully, didn't we? Some kind of robot, no idea. Shrek Treasure Hunt, Captain Scarlet, a shark for some reason, don't know why. Transformers we played. Scorpion Castle. Or they're separate things maybe. We talked about Fort Boyard, but I don't think that's, I don't know. There's a zombie because we played The Walking Dead. There's Inspector Gadget. That says Bratz there. And there's Terminator. 50's a lot. I don't think I've done 50. Oh, and there's Disney Sing It. Is that James Bond, maybe? We did James Bond Racer, whatever it was called. Wow, that's incredible. Well done. What is that? What's that up there? I've no idea. I can't even identify that. And then here's a car as well, I didn't notice. Oh, and a head. There's loads. I can't keep track of them all. What is the flipping mermaid? We didn't play a mermaid game. Did we? Have we played a mermaid game? Oh, Aquaman. Of course. Of course. Jaws Unleashed, yeah. Batman Dark Tomorrow we played. Oh yeah, I remember now. The one with the rubbish grapple. Wow, there's an awful lot there. Oh, that's Wind. Excellent, well done. What is the Da Vinci rocket? I don't know what that is. Look at this. Watercolor layers take a long time to dry. TJ Art, Sprout stuff. That's beautiful. That is literally, my mum would have this in her house. She would love it. I love that. That's great. I mean, I would love it. That's brilliant. Where's that supposed to be, Sprout Stuff? Is that based on a real place? Oh my Christ. Cameron Keywood introducing an NFME, an NFMe. I drew the face and background before. Is this you, Cameron? An NFMe. Here you are at some kind of crossroads and you're a badass monkey man. It's brilliant. Da Vinci Code, of course. We'll play the Da Vinci Code. Thank you, chat. Oh, this is great. That's very well hand-drawn, Becky Fordham. It still needs colouring in. Well, I mean, I suppose so, but that looks fantastic. I could not freehand draw this at all. No way. Well done. Big fan of that. The TripleJump ape. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Steven Skodes, the official TripleJump NFT ape in the style of the apes from Ape Escape. His shorts are orange because he loves Team TripleJump. That's great. That's the only ape we want to see on TripleJump is Ape Escape. That's brilliant. I love that. Enjoy draft beer at home. Okay, I shall. Did I do it right? His name is Gega? Jegga. Gega. Yeah, I mean, again, this is the only other kind of monkey I want to see. Just a cute, plushy one, rather than this guy. This is not a bored ape. This is like a happy ape, and I love it. Take that, Austin. Ha! Too slow, that Peter Austin. I already right-clicked and saved that monkey of yours. How do you like them apples? Oh no! No, Lovrotovich, don't, please. He's saving image as. It does have a bit of a, just a bit of a cheek on it there, doesn't it? I think he's chewing or something. Oh, and Lovrotovich has got his own art hanging up behind his monitor there. And rightly so, it's good art. Thank you, Lovrotovich, for liking my art enough and thinking it has enough value to want to right-click and save as. Oh, and here's Becky Fordham's colouring in. Look at that. That's far more colourful than I expected, and I love it. You've got the grey fur, just a bit of edge, but then also the happy, colourful, exciting hat to balance it out. Big fan. Well done, Becky. I love that. That's fantastic. Sell it on the TripleJump store. And that seems to be it. We've reached the top of the latest. We're there. Well done, everyone. Well NFT'd. So, there we go. I'm back full screen. Thank you, everyone, for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed the art. I hope some of you well, I know some of you arted along at home. And remember, hashtag TJArt. It's just down there. You can tweet that at any time. Like I say, there was one that we saw today that was just like from late January. Whatever you tweet to that, I say whatever, if you tweet some art to that, it will be shared on next month's gallery. I believe, so normally my art streams are my second stream of the month. It's not necessarily the second Monday of the month, like if there's a bank holiday and I don't stream on that first Monday, that doesn't count as the first, it has to be my second stream of the month. Next month, I am not going to be here when I think it's next month. Yeah, maybe. Yes, I believe so, or possibly April. Yes, it might be April. Yes, it is. It's April. Because of my birthday, I think what would be my second stream of the month falls on a week where I am going away. I'm being whisked off somewhere mysterious. I don't know where I'm being taken. I'm going to be 30 years old, and my lovely wife-to-be is taking me somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's very exciting, but I've got a whole week off work, so that's kind of irrelevant at the moment. I thought it was next month, but it's not. I remembered it's because I'm away for my birthday. But yeah, in 2 streams time, 2 art streams time, it will end up being a week later than you would maybe expect it to be. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'll remind you all next month when we're doing March. March's stream. Good. This may or may not be available to purchase on the store at some point. Just keep an eye on our social media and I will give you, we'll tweet about it or something. Let's have a nice close-up of it to finish off. Maybe I'll leave the head blank and whoever buys it can have whatever they want written on the hat. Can have like our signatures or, whatever. We'll say that then. We can have, it's a bit streaky, isn't it? It doesn't look like that in real life. But that hat really picks up the light on camera. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll leave the hat blank, and then whoever purchases it can have whatever they want drawn or written on there in Sharpie. Just keep in mind that if it's something you want drawn in Sharpie, even if it's the TripleJump logo, might not do a very good job of it. So maybe you just want it to be signed by everyone at TripleJump. Lovely, brilliant. I am going to go home now and eat some food and watch Beast Wars, which I've been watching all week and I've been thoroughly enjoying it. I bought it on DVD, box set, all 3 seasons. I had to get an American import because it wasn't available in the UK, and I also then had to buy a region-free DVD player just so I can watch it, and it was worth every pence. Good. Beast Wars. I'm going to see you later. Enjoy your Monday nights and catch you on the joint stream, I suppose. Cool. All right then. Bye for now. Can't promise this will be on the store, by the way. I've not run it by Ben or Adam or anyone, so I'm just maybe not, but probably we'll see. Okay, cool. Bye. Oh, I was about to press stop, but normally, forgot to do this last month. We finish with this. Bye.
Oh, without your brush, give it a clean. We're gonna paint a picture like the world's never seen. Come on and settle in for Tiny Peter's awesome night of art live stream. Oh, that says anal. Oh, for God. Why did no one tell me this? What the hell?